Let's see. All right. I don't know if there's a bit of a lag, but we should be live. So, what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good Friday night. Since everybody always laughs, I get my days mixed up, but figured we would jump on slightly different time than last Friday. So, went 10 p.m. here on the east side, so Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see if this 10 p.m. works better for everybody. I know there's people that are Central and Pacific Standard, so let's see how 10 p.m. on the east side works here, and we'll go from there. So we'll see. We got some people in the chat. We'll let some people join in because I know this thing's gonna start notifying a bunch of you guys. So El Pato, what's up, El Pato? I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly, but we'll try it. What's up, Matt, with the subscribed emojis? Rob, can we do a Canadian giveaway like they do the USA only? I'm only 20 minutes from Toronto. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by Canadian giveaway. I haven't done, I don't know if you're talking like car or truck giveaways. At some point, you guys already know, and I've kind of expressed that to you guys, I've just been so overwhelmed with everything. Not overwhelmed, I guess, but just super busy just trying to get everything set up. So I do want to try and get into what everybody else is doing and doing the giveaway vehicles and merch and all that stuff. So it's kind of a one-man show here right now. So I do want to try to get into that sort of thing here shortly, but I'll have a little bit more spare time on my hands in the next upcoming weeks. It's just you guys, if you guys only knew just how much stuff I'm doing between registration and insurance and utilities and ordering couches and just anything and everything you could possibly imagine. It's been a lot, and getting organized and set up and just on the list goes. Plus making sure I can still do videos for you guys, getting the internet set up, and just it's an ongoing thing. And just even small stuff like yard maintenance and getting that stuff, and gardeners and you name it, it's been on my list. So just a lot of stuff, but all that stuff is finally getting settled into its own pace here, so we'll be able to just strictly focus on the vehicles and get cracking here. Rob also says, have a 2000 RT regular cab short bed. I love the Dakota build. Thank you, sir. Definitely a nice choice on the vehicle. I think we have that in common. Darren says, there he is. Hey John, shop sure is to see when you're doing your videos. Quite the difference from your last three. But yeah, so we have so much space, and I'm sure in a few years we're gonna be saying the same thing again, right? It's almost like in another few years from now we're gonna be saying the same thing, that we need more space. Or hopefully that's the situation. Hopefully we continue growing in that direction. But I don't know. I think that's quite a bit of space. So if we run out of space that fast, I guess it might be a good problem to have, but I think we'll be okay for a little bit at least. But yeah, I definitely like working in there a little, a lot more. Definitely not as cramped. I'm still getting, situated. I still need a toolbox. I'm still getting organized in the shop. I still need, to get the lifts and all that stuff in there. But so far, just even having the space to work is definitely a nice feeling. So, David says, what's the Hellcat going in? What's the Viper engine going in? So the Hellcat engine is going in a Ram 1500 single cab. So that's where that engine is going to find its new home. The Viper engine, pretty much 95 to 99% sure it's going in our Viper. So we're going to put the 2016 Viper engine into the 2000 Viper. And I mean, that's going to be a huge performance improvement over what's in there right now. Other thing too is, I'm sure you guys, if you're watching this channel, I'm sure you guys have heard of Street Speed 717. So he has I believe it's 2017 ACR, that green ACR he has. He sent that car down to Calvo to get twin turbo. And just so you guys know, his car is making 1300 wheel horsepower on a stock engine with 2 turbos on it. So that kind of opens up the possibility. Hopefully, I would have the funds to be able to do something in the future, which means he has the exact same engine that I have sitting in the shop. So technically speaking, we could put that newer Viper engine into my Viper, put twin turbos on it, and be making similar horsepower, 1300 wheel horsepower. So it's kind of where my head's at with that. You know, obviously you could do something similar to the engine that's already in the car, but the newer Viper engine is way more efficient than the old one. You know, it's got variable valve timing, it's a bigger displacement, just, you know, the head design, everything's way better, it's forged internals. So that's kind of where my head's at. Put the newer Viper into the Viper we have now, put that engine in there, twin turbo it, and we're talking big horsepower numbers, but all that's, you know, down the road. We've got enough projects on our plate for at least, you know, 6 months, and then maybe towards the end of this year we can talk about tackling that project. I just picked up the engine because I got it for a really good price from LKQ, and I just wanted to have that option for us in the future here. But yeah, that one's going to be a pretty crazy project. Hopefully the channel grows to be able to afford doing something like that, like twin turboing that car, but we'll see. It should be a fun little adventure here. Ben says, is it live? Because it says this is live, but nothing on my end. Yeah, so I think that comment came earlier, but yeah, this is a live stream. Michael, shop's looking good, John. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it, sir. Darren, yep, your live audio is good. Pic's good. All right, cool. Yeah, at some point I want to like step in, like, it's just all stuff that takes time. Like I do want to step up like the live stream stuff. Like right now this is just live streaming off our iMac, but I want to, like, you know, get a better camera quality and stuff so that maybe it's not so grainy and stuff for our lives. You know, maybe get like an actual studio mic and do it kind of like not a lot of car YouTubers are doing live streams, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's a lot of car channels that do like legit live streams, but I would like to kind of venture down that path and get, like, you know, the legit camera for the lives, the microphone, all that stuff, so that we can kind of up our quality on the lives. Right now this is just straight streaming through my iMac, my desktop here, but hopefully it comes through half decent for you guys. It seems to be half decent from most of the stuff, but I know we can definitely improve the quality. What else we got? Our lady says, how is the DMV prices and insurance costs compared to California? Yeah, so insurance cost wise, definitely have to shop it. Like if I were to just, I don't know if I mentioned this on one of the lives or one of the videos, but if you were just to like blindly, like, okay, yeah, change states or whatever you would say and just change your insurance, they wanted to charge me like double what I was paying in California. As far as that's concerned, you know, I had to shop insurance, which took me a bunch of time as well. Luckily, like Haggerty was reasonable. Like it was pretty much the exact same as California. But the regular insurance for all the other vehicles, because I can't insure all the vehicles with them, that one was going to be double until I shopped it around and found a reasonable price, which was still a little bit more, but not enough to like make you not want to move to this state. As far as registration, way cheaper than California. The way Florida works is they charge you, if the vehicle's under 5,000 pounds, they charge you, I think it's like $200 up front for like initially, and then it's $46 a year after that. So, you know, it costs a little bit up front just to initially register your car, and then it's just $46 a year. You know, no inspections or anything like that, no hidden fees or stuff. So I think that's pretty good. Like I said, at first it's a little bit more, but that compared to like California where you're paying like based on the value of the vehicle and you're paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like some of my registrations might have been anywhere from like $500 to $800 a year in California compared to $46 here. So it definitely offsets the insurance prices too. So yeah, it's definitely not a bad thing this way as far as that goes. So hopefully that answers your question. Matt says, what's up, John? For the win, full send. Hell yeah. Got it working. Nice. Matt says, yep, love the space you have now. That's my goal in the next year, to have a big shop. Yeah, I think most of us gearheads, I think that's the goal for everybody, right? I'm just lucky that I'm thankful that I found this place and ended up all working out. Like, you guys remember the place that we saw in Arizona? Like, had we got that place, I think the house would have been cool, and there's definitely a lot of fun to be had. Like, you know, my buddy out there, Mark, he's like always going boating every weekend and stuff. But with that being said, having like that 2-car garage and not having any space, that would have, I don't know how that would have, you know, hindered our ability to work and, you know, have this channel going and stuff like that. I think it would have, you know, I think it would have been devastating for the channel. Whereas this, we can literally just get straight to work. So I think this is better for us, even if in the future, if we want to relocate again, not that I really even have that in mind at the moment, but if we wanted to do it, I think this is a good stepping stage, is getting this, getting to work, getting our projects underway, and then we can always revisit everything in a few years, see what makes sense in the future for us. But right now, this is like the perfect fit for what we got going on right now. Reaver said, let's go. Yes, sir. David, will you be putting the supercharger on the 2016 Viper engine? No, so we actually sold the supercharger for the Viper. So that got sold in the fall of last year. So we removed that, and even that was a totally different kit. So if we end up supercharging the Viper, I probably would want to twin turbo it. But yeah, I think if we supercharge it, I already know. Like, supercharging it would be a completely different kit. So yeah, like I said, we'll probably get the engine in there first, and then once we get the engine running, then we can talk about boost or something on that thing. But that thing's gonna be a monster. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be pretty crazy. Let's see, Rob. Hey, not a car giveaway, just Canadian with another Canadian. I hate that they just make it only in the States. That's all. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's just, the thing is, like, with the giveaways, I think a lot of the problem becomes, trying to ship stuff across the border. It just opens up like a whole can of worms. Like, shipping something across the border, if a Canadian wins it, it's like, shipping costs is like twice as much. You got to fill out customs paperwork, and then whoever ends up receiving that thing is probably going to end up paying duty on the other side. And it's just a whole mess. So I think that's why a lot of people just say, only the US or something like that when they do giveaways, because it just unfortunately opens up a whole can of worms and just complexities to a giveaway. Let's see. Michael says, are you glad you're out of Cali? I left in 2017 for all the craziness, and I'm so glad. Yeah, so part of the thing with, I guess overall, like the only good thing I can say about California from a gearhead like us is good weather. There's always nice weather. You don't really have to look at the weather, like your weather app or the forecast on your phone. It's pretty much just like a given. Like, if there's an event on like a Saturday or Sunday, you don't even think about it. You just literally, you wake up on that Saturday or Sunday morning and you just jump in your car or truck or whatever and you just go. Whereas pretty much anywhere else, you have to actually like look at the weather, see what the conditions are going to be like, see if the event's going to get rained out. So stuff like that definitely plays a factor. But just everything else just seems more difficult as far as being like a car person. And people are over here, people are a lot more friendly. It's a little bit more affordable, I would say. Fuel prices are less. Registration is less. It's a lot more free in a lot of other places, including here. So, yeah, I mean, it's nice. Like I said, I do miss, and the other thing too is, along with the weather, there is a lot more car events and things going on over there. Like, pretty much both, like any day of the weekend, you can be guaranteed there's meetups and car shows and events and stuff. Like, pretty much if you want to go to a car show or a car event on a Saturday or a Sunday in California, the option is there for you. So just one thing to consider as well. Let's see what else we got here. Ben says, place looks great, man. And hey, it's not like you can't go boating in Florida either. Plus, you got beaches not too far away for a day. Yeah. So I mean, I haven't even, since I've, I guess, officially been here, I haven't gone to the beach or anything like that. But yeah, like you mentioned, there's those options. And in my opinion, the beaches here are a lot nicer than California. Like, there's no crackheads at the beach. Fortunately, like, it's kind of unfortunate that it's, that situation occurs in California, but there's, all sorts of homeless that basically live at the beach, and it's just, every time you go there, if you got to use a restroom or something like that, there's like a homeless person living in the restroom, and it's just, usually disgusting to go in there and use the facility. So it's definitely one factor. And the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, is usually way colder, so the water is always freezing. Like, if you go in the water, like, unless it's like a 90-something degree day in the summertime, the water is usually freezing. Like, a lot of the surfers and stuff, they're always wearing wetsuits and stuff. Whereas Florida, the water's, you know, warm all year round, maybe even too warm. The sand is a lot cleaner. The water is more clean, crystal clear. Whereas Pacific is, you know, usually you can't really, once you get in the water, you can't see the bottom. Whereas the ocean's a lot cleaner over here. So yeah, there's definitely pros and cons to both for sure. Oh, one funny thing though too is you would think moving out of California that you could just register your car in the new state and that, you know, that'd be it. But what I'm finding now, and this is just adding to the list of things that I have to do, you can't just move out of California and whatever, register your vehicle. You have to unregister your vehicle from the California DMV. Otherwise, they're going to try to come after you for their money. So that's the other thing I'm encountering too. So when you have multiple vehicles, I literally have to call and get them to yank my vehicles out of their system. Not only that, it's not as simple as just making a phone call or, you know, typing in something. You literally have to prove that you removed your vehicles from there. Otherwise, they're going to continue to be like, where's our $300 or $500 or $800 for this vehicle or that vehicle or whatever. It's like an absolute nightmare. So that's the other thing that I'm up against right now. Just trying to get my vehicles out of the California DMV system so that I don't continually get charged for them. It's a nightmare. Let's see. What other questions we got? Rick James. I want to say the last part of that, but what's happening, man? What's going on, Rick James? I just think of Dave Chappelle. I'm Rick James. I'll let you fill in the rest of that. Keep this PG. Our lady says, have you heard of any vibration issues with just a plain Gen 3 Hemi into Dakotas versus Hell Kitty motors? It's not the motor, it's the transmission. So just to elaborate further on that. So and if you guys watched the video tonight, I kind of, I uploaded a video a little bit later today, but if you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out after this live here or tomorrow or whenever you get a chance. But I go into details because I keep seeing the comments. I do read your guys' comments. I might not always get a chance to respond to everybody's comment, but I do make it, habit to read them so that, so just know that whenever you guys leave comments, I have it pop up on my phone. Like, so for example, like right now, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Is it going to focus? Maybe not. YouTube Studio. So it tells me, like, for example, Ram Rebel Mods just commented, laugh my ass off. It sounded like the hot damn dude. So I always see the comments. They literally pop up on my phone all day long. So don't think that, if I didn't answer your comment that I didn't see it. It's just, I'll read them and then I kind of take a mental note, and then in the next video I usually try to respond to different comments and stuff like that. So I apologize if I didn't get to physically typing and answering your comment, but I usually try to respond to it overall in the next video if it's a topic that comes up a lot. So with that being said, something I always keep seeing in the comments is, hey, I really want to see the Dakota back at the track. How come you're not, racing the Dakota? You didn't finish this project. How come you're, half-assing it? You should be finishing the Dakota before you start a new project. So it's not that I don't want to finish the Dakota. The issue with the Dakota is the transmission being the 8HP90. So the Hellcat transmission, the one that comes attached to anything 707 horsepower or more, Trackhawk, Hellcat, all that stuff. A lot of people have been having issues with vibration, and this could even be in an actual Hellcat car having vibration. So nobody's really, at least that I know of, I haven't met somebody yet that's had a definite answer on what's going on. I have my suspicions, which I think I talked about a little bit on last Friday night's live, of what I think it is and how to fix it. But with that being said, I can't go back to the track yet with that vibration and not risk my safety and risk grenading another transmission. So having a transmission completely come apart in two pieces, doing over 100 miles an hour at the track is not safe, for one. It's not safe. My safety's at risk. you know, I could get injured, I could crash the truck, everybody at the track is going to hate me because I'm going to, you know, shut the track down for a period of time. It's just all bad news, right? So until myself and others get that issue fixed, unfortunately, I can't go race the Dakota. Not to mention that if we're going to go race the Dakota, it needs to have a roll cage. With how fast it is, it definitely should have a cage in it. So those are all things that, you know, the Dakota is an ongoing project. It's such a big project. I'm only one person, you know, filming, editing, working on things, and trying to keep everybody happy. So we will, you know, eventually fix it. But the issue has to do with the transmission, the adapter that comes off the transmission, wink, wink. I think that's probably a big factor of it. And then trying to establish it not vibrating after that. So I am going to fix it. In order to do that, I have to take the drive shaft and the adapter, wink, wink, off the vehicle, and I have to send it out to get it balanced. Not balanced, but put on a high-speed balancer, and they're going to check to see what's going on with all that assembly. I'm pretty sure I have to reconfigure the drive shaft assembly to eliminate the adapter. No names mentioned. And I think that will resolve most of the issues that we're currently having. But yeah, that has to happen. So we kind of finished the Dakota, and then as soon as we finished it, it was time to move. So I kind of want to keep it together, at least for now, so that we can kind of enjoy it, take it to some local shows, you know, kind of, like I said, enjoy the build a little bit before I remove the drive shaft and, you know, have the thing sitting there unable to move under its own power again. So yeah, I'll be working on it. Like I said, I have some idea of what the issue might be, but until we get to the bottom of it, and like I said, it's not just me. Jason, who I've mentioned a few times on this channel, our buddy Jason that has the Ram single cab with the huge single turbo. He's also running the 8HP90. He's also already split an 8HP90 in two. He's got a brand new transmission. Hopefully it doesn't happen to him again, but I'm kind of waiting to see how he makes out, since he's more willing than I am to break a transmission in half. So he's going to be seeing how his, you know, works out as well. So, and along with my own experimentation, I'm going to be trying soon. So that's the situation on the Dakota. And also where I was going with that was when we go to do the Ram 1500 with the Hellcat engine in it, even though I have another Hellcat transmission ready to go that I was going to put in that, until all these vibration issues get sorted out, I'm going to be keeping the 8HP70 in that truck. The 70s don't appear to be having this issue, so I'm going to be leaving the 8HP70 that's in the blue Ram, and I'm going to be putting the Hellcat transmission on that. So will it be a little bit of extra stress on the 70? Yes. Do I think it's going to burn out in a hurry? No. But at the end of the day, you can pick up an 8HP70 for like $1,500, or I have that spare 8HP70 that I could put in even if we do burn out the low mileage 8HP70 we have. Or to take that step further, I could send out that other 8HP70 I have and get it fully built to handle the power. And I know that transmission for a fact doesn't have the vibration issue that the 90 has. So it's kind of where I'm at with all that stuff. So I'm kind of, that's why I'm at the same time excited to do the Ram single cab project, because I know that the transmission with the drive shaft and the drivetrain is not going to literally self-destruct in that sense. So that one will be hopefully a little more straightforward. But yeah, that's probably a long-winded response, which I kind of get into in the video that I posted tonight, but hopefully that answers some of your guys' questions. I did see a super chat though, so let me get to that there. I thought I saw a super chat. Mighty Mouse with his $1.50. What's up? I haven't seen you in the chat for a hot minute, brother. What's up? Only 9 thumbs ups, 41 watching. Yeah, let's go. Let's get them thumbs ups going. I agree with Mighty Mouse. Thank you for the $1.50. I'm gonna go get a 6-piece chicken nuggets. Matt says 1,300 rear wheel horsepower. Hell yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome in the Viper for sure. Brandon, so I have a 98 Dodge Ram with the 5.2. Do those 52 millimeter throttle bodies work with the stock Magnum intake? Yeah, so that will work for sure. I just, not to like bash on, you know, Magnum guys or whatnot, but I just, after kind of spinning my wheels with all the Magnum stuff, I just feel like a lot of the Magnum stuff is, I don't know. If you're going to go for horsepower, I would be looking more to save money to hemi swap it. Again, personal preference, but I just think it's a better route to go because you guys, if you guys go back in the video series before we hellcat swapped the Dakota, we threw so much money at the Magnum before we finally just gave up and went hellcat. But you can see the gains or lack of gains we had by pretty much doing all the basic bolt-ons, including the cam. Another super chat, Rick James. With, I don't even, what the heck is that thing? That's like a dancing pear with a carrot for a nose. I don't even, I've never seen that thing good. Would appreciate the super chat with your dancing carrot nose pear. Thank you, appreciate it, sir. Where are we in the comments? You guys are cracking me up tonight. But yeah, if you guys haven't smashed a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up. I'm over here on a Friday night hanging with you guys, which I actually enjoy. These days, I don't know, in my age, I don't know, my lack of age or old age, I kind of like doing this Friday night live stuff. It's fun. It's fun to kick it with you guys here. Let's see. Where am I in the comments? Yeah, it's hard to keep track of these comments here. Let's see. Okay. Rick James says, I'd love to be in Florida. Where are you at, Rick? What state or area are you in with your dancing pair? Ben, any plans to have Jonathan visit the new shop eventually, or do you dare risk the loose bolts? Yeah, so I was actually talking to him today, so he's probably going to come out at some point. I don't know when, but yeah, he'll definitely be coming out and checking out Florida. But he's a big baby, though. He'll probably complain about the heat. If it's like anything above or below 72, that girl is crying. He's a big baby when it comes to heat. Rob says, John, thanks for being real and reading the comments. I love the channel. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm just one dude over here, but I definitely do my best to get it done. And, you know, try to, like I said, I try to like read the comments and try to, you know, answer as many as I can, and I try to, you know, give thought to them when I'm making the next video to try to respond to, you know, some concerns. And when I see the same concern coming up, you know, multiple times, then I definitely do my best to address it. But these live streams really give me the opportunity to like I said, when people show up on the lives, I can, if they have a question or a comment, I'm just going through them one by one right here. So this is the best chance to catch me with a question. Rick James with the hellcat emoji, hell yeah. If you guys don't know, if you become a member, you get like access to all these emojis that I added. The hellcat, the elephant, the viper, the MOPAR, the Dodge, I think there's a hemi and a full send. There's a bunch of stuff in there. That white Calvo built Viper was badass. Yeah, those Vipers are crazy for sure. You can't argue with those. Florida is beautiful. How are the house prices in New York area? Yeah, I got lucky, I would say. It wasn't cheap. I'd be lying if I said it was super cheap over here. But originally I was looking in like Ocala, but Ocala was like a lot further from everything. It was further from Bradenton and Freedom Factory and just further away. So I didn't really I wanted a nice balance. I didn't want to be out in the sticks, but I wanted to have some space, and this was just absolutely perfect. So I think it's like 45 or 50 minutes from Bradenton and Freedom Factory. So like this is like perfect in my opinion. But yeah, so probably paid a little bit more, but it wasn't totally crazy. Like I would never be able to get what I have here in California without like spending like $1 million or something probably. Let's see. Riptide, love the channel, John. From one Canadian to another. No more sticker regulations in Ontario anymore. Got a refund. Yeah, I heard about that. The only thing is like there's like that age-old saying, right? Like there's no such thing as a free lunch. Like I feel like I feel like whatever's going on up there is just crooked as hell. So I'm glad that there's no more. You guys don't have to deal with the e-test or smog, what is more commonly referred to in the U.S. But I know there's no more e-test in Ontario anymore, and no stickers. But I just feel like they're gonna get you some way or another. So I don't know. It's just crazy what's going on these days with politics. Rick James says lots of people do. Mighty Mouse with the $1.50. Thank you, sir. What is that thing next to you? Is it like a... Oh, it's a mustache. There you go. Mighty Mouse is giving out mustache rides. Alright. Lawrence, California, unregistered tax. Yeah, California is definitely just bending everybody over. Mighty Mouse, when you gonna invite your cop friend over and come barbecue and live chat? Dude, whenever you want, man. Whenever you got some time off, fly on down. You're more than welcome. Raymond, let's see. Raymond says, hey from Ottawa. Damn, there's a lot of Canadians up in here. What's up, Ray? Michael, what are your thoughts on the new Hurricane Turbo S6 replacing the 5.7? Oh, I think we got that question last week. I think it's honestly, I know a lot of guys are diehard V8 guys. I think it's a good move, honestly, because like I said, if they're offering, I can't remember what the exact specs are. I might sound like I'm not a hardcore MOPAR guy by not memorizing all the statistics and the numbers, but I mean, I think it was like, what was the two difference? Like 400 and 500 and something horsepower, like the regular version and the high output. But I'm just saying, if you have an inline 6 with a turbo, or twin turbos, or bi-turbos, or however many turbos, pretty sure I had twins on it. But if you have, let's just say an inline 6 with a turbo, if they're putting out like 500 horsepower or so from the factory, they usually build it so that the thing can go like a couple 100,000 miles. So they detune the thing so that it can last a long time. But if you have a car with a factory turbo, all it takes is for you to re-flash that thing, and you can easily add like 100, 150 horse with probably minimal mods. Like you could probably just throw a tune on that thing and you're making like 600 horsepower easy. So from like a gearhead perspective, I think it's exciting because, like I said, if the the high output one's like 500 horsepower, like I said, don't quote me on the number, but I know it's somewhere in that range. You can easily throw a flash on that thing and you'll be like 600 horse. So that's gonna far exceed the 5.7. Yes, I know it's not gonna be have that V8 rumble sound to it, but from performance perspective, that thing is gonna far outperform the 5.7. So. And inline 6 is a proven thing, like just think Supra and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's cool. I think the performance is definitely going to be there. Yes, it's not going to have the rumble of a V8, but I think it's something that's going to be pretty cool. So like I said, if you look at it from a performance perspective, I think it's going to be a good option. Sound, maybe not as good as a V8, but yeah, I think it's cool to see stuff switching around. I mean, they haven't done anything with the 5.7 in so long. Had they keep making improvements to the 5.7, I would say, yeah, let's keep the 5.7. But from 2009 to 2022, they have not changed that 5.7. It's the same VVT motor pretty much from 09 to 5.7, making just under 400 horse. So Dodge has milked the crap out of that motor, and I think it's definitely long overdue for something to come along to either make an improvement to that 5.7 or replace it with something that's going to perform better, which you can obviously tell which move they chose. Let's see. What else we got? Rick James. I got my decals, by the way. Heck yeah. Rocking them on my Ram. Alright, awesome. So they finally came through. Heck yeah, that's awesome. So if you guys don't know, if you become a member, now that I'm back here, I've got a vinyl cutter. Oh, it's on this shoulder behind me, so I can actually send out your member sticker packages. So if you became a member and you didn't get your sticker packages, hit me up. I'm finally here and able to get things underway. So yeah, just another perk of becoming a member. You get all the custom emojis. You get a sticker package sent out. So thanks again to the members that are already supporting. Paint gun. Let's smash that thumbs up. Yes, sir. 44 people in here, it says, I believe. 30 thumbs ups. I think everybody's got 2 thumbs, so you can at least use one of them. Ruben says, AC bezel wiring, harness, and module with an upgraded 8.4 radio. Do you know which, I'm guessing which one to use? Yeah, so I addressed that in tonight's video that I posted. I'm working on it. So far, I have the 8.4 head unit. I have the bezel, you know, the surround for the stereo. But what I'm working on is trying to find a way, because in my opinion, the current offerings of the harness is way overpriced. I'll just say, I don't even care if you know, people that make those harnesses are watching this video at this point. The people that are making the harnesses for the 8.4 Uconnect harness, they're bending everybody over. So I'm gonna come out and just say it and call it how it is. So they're charging like $300 pretty much for a harness, and the harness is about this long. Might have, you know, 20 to 30 wires at most in it, and they might have like, I would be surprised if they had $50 in materials into the harness, and they're charging like several $100s for this harness. So it's just like highway robbery for the harness. So yes, I mean, I could go, if you guys really want to see it, I can go out and spend $300. I got a quote the other day, actually, $360 for a harness for the 8.4 Uconnect. So yeah, these guys are just taking full advantage of Ram owners, in my opinion. I think that's like, maybe if it was a couple $100, $150, fine. $300 and something for a goddamn harness, like, get the hell out of here. But if you guys want me to, I'll spend $360 to show you guys the harness procedure and doing the 8.4 Uconnect. But I'm looking at other options which may not have been as explored. A few different avenues to go down. I still have the dash harness from the Charger Hellcat. So as you guys know, when we did the Dakota swap, I had a couple dashes. So I still have that dash, so I still have the pigtails that should fit it. So I might try to make my own harness out of that. Other option is to order the connectors, the pins, and make my own harness and show you guys that procedure. But as far as I know, I got to do a bit more digging. I think the supplies for the harness would take, looked like they were like on, not back order, but for some reason it said like a 27-week lead time to purchase those connectors. So I'd have to see if I can find an alternate source for the connectors if I want to make my own harness. So either I make it out of, you know, hacked up Charger harness stuff. I order the parts to make it. Other option is to buy the $300 and something harness or $300 harness, whatever it might be. But either way, I think it's overpriced. Last option is to buy a junkyard harness, which I think for us, like I said, I'm always going to be a straight shooter on this channel, you guys. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just, you know, promote stuff that I don't believe in, which is what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm telling you guys, I don't think it's worth it. So what I'm thinking is might be the most cost effective, because I know there's a bunch of people that are, you know, watching, waiting to see how to do this 8.4 Uconnect swap. Not that I'm the first guy to do it, but I know a lot of people just want to see, you know, how it's actually done and whatever. So I'm thinking what the best way to do it is to probably, and this is the avenue I'm exploring, is to get a harness, just the dash harness, out of a wrecked truck. So you don't have to buy the dash, but buy the harness that goes behind the dash. It's going to be a pain in the ass to change, but from a cost effective standpoint, I think that might be the best way, is just to buy the harness that goes behind the dash. I've seen them so far anywhere from like a couple $100 to $300, but that's the OEM harness. And in my opinion too, if you decide to add more options later, like for example, buy the harness that's in a Laramie truck or something like that. You know, a Laramie, a Bighorn, a Longhorn, like all those higher end trims. You get the harness that goes behind the dash for that. You plug in your 8.4. If you want to add heated seats, cooled seats, all this other crap, it's already going to have the wiring behind it. You want to upgrade the stereo, it's already going to have the amplifier wiring, all that stuff. I think I would rather go that way, spend a few $100s on that harness, be able to have the premium sound system instead of giving somebody else $300 to give me a harness that's this long with like 20 or 30 wires in it. Like, I don't know. I'm venting to you guys because I'm a little bit pissed off that somebody's, you know, in the RAM community trying to overcharge people for that harness. Like I said, at the end of the day, I feel for you guys, and I'm trying to do these mods and these videos the most cost-effective way for you guys, and try to find ways to, you know, do something reasonable. Because I think at the end of the day, everybody's trying to do stuff to their truck without breaking the bank or get yelled at by their wife or girlfriend or something like that. So I try to put myself in that mindset for you guys. So yeah, could I go out and buy this $360 harness that I was quoted? Yeah. Do I think it's reasonable? I think it's overpriced. So let me see what you guys are saying in the comments though, because I'd like to get your feedback on that. I'm gonna skip forward to see what you guys are saying about this. Yeah, so, and here I'll show you guys. Actually, let's hop on this for a second. I'll show you guys for example on this harness. Okay, let me show you. Switch this over here. Actually, before I do, what is everybody else saying? I'm Rick James, bish. That's exactly what I think when I see that. Most things have a long lead time anymore. Yeah, it's $1.06, $600 for wiring. Let's see. But if you guys want, I'll do it for the views. No, it's not even that. I just think it's unrealistic. Let's see. Yeah. We need to start making harnesses. Yeah, so all right, let me flip this over and I'll show you guys. So if I hit, let's see, I should be able to, this is the benefit of being back in the place. I can actually share my screen. All right, so we're on eBay, right? Let's go check this out. So this you will need for the 8.4 Uconnect. I don't know if there's a better price for it. Hopefully you guys can see it. So here is the climate control module. So you need this, but then as soon as I click on this, check this out. Like I'm not kidding about this, you guys. So here is the 8. I don't know if you guys can see this down here. I have to scroll a little bit. So here is the 8.4 conversion harness. There you go. I'm not exaggerating. How many wires do you think are in that? Maybe 20 wires max. And it's coiled up. It might be 2-3 feet long. Look at the price. $290 plus $20 shipping. So $310 for this harness that somebody's just absolutely like robbing people on. I don't know. Like I said, I guess I shouldn't talk like that, but you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think it's worth $310 for this harness? Let me see what you guys are saying. See if you guys think I'm crazy or not. So yeah, there you go. It's on eBay. So by the time you buy the harness, you spend about $500 to $700. It's called for the 8.4. You're gonna spend a couple $100 on the actual bezel, and you still have to get that other module. Like you're like anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. But I just think this is crazy how much these people are charging for this harness. Like I said, I inquired about it. I was quoted the same price you guys would be quoted. Like I said, it's not more than like a few feet long and maybe like 20-30 wires, and it's extremely expensive. So let me show you what I was thinking. I think I saved it somewhere here. Let me hop back here. Oh, what did I do here? I think I opened the wrong window. Yeah, let me jump back. Okay, so I think I saved this. Hopefully it'll show me what I had saved. Was this one of them? Where did it go? Because I made an offer on one of them. Anyways, you guys can see I've been looking at harnesses, right? Hopefully I wasn't shopping for anything weird. Man, there's some random crap that popped up. Let me see if I can find this. No, this is old. Let me see. Recently viewed. Maybe it'll pop up here. Because I was looking at all sorts of harnesses. I was literally shopping for this stuff for you guys the other day. I think it was like $350. Hopefully nobody beats me to the sale. if I can find it. Was this it? Yeah, here it is. I think this is it. Oh, maybe this one wasn't it. So anyways, just as a rough ball figure, or rough ballpark, here's $350 for a factory harness that has everything on it. So I would rather do this, and I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying buy this one per se, but I'm giving you an example that you could go out and you could get the entire harness for behind the dash from an optioned truck for about the same price that people are charging for the 8.4 Uconnect. Pros and cons, you could, engine harness. I mean, pros and cons of doing it this way. This is definitely going to be more labor intensive because you're going to have to take apart your whole dash and get the harness out to replace it with this one. Whereas, the other harness, the aftermarket one, you could literally just run that extra little wire behind your dash and you can be done a lot faster. So you're paying for the simplicity of it. Oh, what do we have here? Let's see what this is. I think it's only part of the harness actually. So for example, look at this one, right? So a 2014 harness for 99 bucks. I don't know what this is. I'm just clicking on it. But I'm sure there's deals to be had out there, right? So I would look to purchase a harness that is fully loaded. You can shop around. You can see all of a sudden it's recommending me other ones. It's only a matter of time before you find one that's out of a Sport or a Laramie. So for example, this one, $212. $29 shipping. It's still cheaper to do it this way if this was out of a Laramie. So what I was doing, I'll show you guys, there's a couple cut wires out of this one in particular. But yeah, you can, do something like this. So what you can do is you can look at the part number, see, what trim level this was for. And sometimes they even, look, so they have donor vehicle is here. Oh, so there you go. So it says down here, this was out of a Sport crew cab. So it's going to have the 8.4. And then what you can do is you can take the VIN, copy the VIN. You can go to Google, pull up the window sticker. So if you guys want, literally just go to Google, type in Dodge window sticker by VIN. You do this, click this here. Where is it? You put the VIN number. So you just replace your VIN. I don't know if you guys can see this part of me typing, but at the top, you put in the VIN number. So I literally just got this from eBay, pulls up the window sticker. We'll zoom in here. Boom. So you can see here that this one has the 8.4 Uconnect option. And you can see what other options it has, right? So it has the 8.4, so you can tell that this harness was from a truck that had an 8.4 Uconnect. You can look at other options. You can see that it had, where does it say? Leather wrap steering wheel. You can see whether it had heated steering wheel, all that kind of stuff that might be running through the harness. So anyways, this is kind of the way I was thinking. It made more sense, in my opinion, is just do this, get the dash harness that's fully loaded with all the options, and do it this way. But let me jump back to you guys and see what you guys are saying about this. But I don't know. I think this is a smarter way to go. But you guys tell me what you would prefer to see. Let's see. Demon says, or Jonathan Price. Demon says, thank you for standing up for us and shooting it straight to us so we don't get screwed. Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to bash on, some of the people that are making offerings for these vehicles, but at the end of the day, I just think that's crazy. But again, you guys give me your feedback. I can do whatever, but I'm just trying to find the most cost-effective way to do what a lot of us are trying to do. We need to start making harnesses affordable. I know the price of the harness is going up with the price of fuel. What are they smoking? I don't know. You guys tell me. I think it's overpriced, but you guys give me your feedback. COVID prices. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Totally understand. I agree. Always like saving. Put towards something else. Yeah, like I said to you guys last week, or if you guys are part of last week's live, I'm always going to try to, it doesn't matter what companies approach me, because like I said, not to brag or whatever, but a lot of companies will be like, hey, try out this, or support our balls. But companies are always trying to give me LED bulbs and this and that and whatever. But At the end of the day, I want to make sure that you guys are comfortable with, you know, watching the videos, and you hopefully that comes through that I'm being honest and just giving you guys my honest opinion. And I'm not gonna like try to promote or share anything that I don't think is helpful. And I'm always gonna be a straight shooter with my you know, people that follow my channel. So hopefully that comes across the way that I want it to. Hopefully you guys feel the same way about the content I'm producing. But yeah, like I said, I've been trying to get the 8.4 Uconnect project underway, but I just can't bring myself to spend like $360 on a harness. But I don't know. I've been, like I said, well, you can see right here, I've been exploring different ways to make it affordable for us or something like that. Matt says, yeah, 290 isn't bad. Most people don't want to spend the time to research and read the schematics and what color wires to hook up. A lot of people would rather just pay for it instead of doing it. Yeah. Buy the harness, get electronics nerd, and copy it. Well, the funny thing is there's actually instructions on how to build it and all the parts. So I was looking at doing it that way, but the thing is the parts seem to be on back order. So I don't know if that's by accident that the parts are like, you know, weeks and weeks delayed out, but we'll see. We shall see. Harness made in China. That's awesome. I didn't know you could do that. When are you going to do the power window conversion on the blue Ram? If you watch the video that I put out tonight, I suggest most of you guys, if you haven't seen it, go check out that video that I posted tonight. I go over a lot of stuff as well, like, you know, where we're at with all the different projects and all that stuff. So tonight's video is just more like an update of, you know, where we're at, what we're doing, what's coming up in the, you know, coming weeks, and it's kind of just giving you guys a channel update. So I also talk about the power window mod that we're going to be doing and where we're at with that stuff. Francisco says, Dad. I guess Francisco's looking for his dad. Hopefully you find your dad, buddy. I wish you the best of luck. I'm glad you were taking the time for them and figure it out. That will save everyone a lot of money, brother, and boost some motorsports. Thanks, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to do it the most cost-effective way. And the other thing too is the other reason why I'm thinking of going this route, where like trying to get a harness, a dash harness that has you know, heated seats, cooled seats, all that stuff. I'm trying to find that, like a harness, and go that way, because as you guys know, we picked up the Hellcat seats for the Ram, and it's got heated and cooled option on it as well. So I want to kind of make sure that the dash harness has the capability to run the seats, because I kind of want to get the buttons on the dash, of course, in the center console, the heated seats, the cooled seats, get those buttons to actually work with the Hellcat seats. So I think I'm probably going to need the higher options harness that goes behind the dash to get those functions working. So it's kind of the other reason that I'm not willing to like spend $360 on a harness just to get the touchscreen to work, when it's probably not going to be able to work with the other stuff that I just explained. So that's my logic. Francisco with the laughing emoji. Go find your dad, buddy. Go find your dad. Let me see if I can get some of these comments I kind of skimmed over. Man, a lot of, we have it live in the chat. I'm trying to keep up here. Let's see. Garage looks awesome. Thank you, sir. Get some fries and a drink too. There you go. Get some chicken nuggets. How could get more power out of a 3800 Series 2 motor and an Impala? Might have fallen onto the wrong channel. We do a lot of MOPAR stuff. I don't know if I'd be the first one. I would just say spray the crap out of that thing with nitrous and you'd probably be well on your way. Or a gallon of gas for the nuggets. Heck yeah. Washington State. Okay, so you're here. Yeah, Washington, I swear, is just right along track with California stuff, right? John says, hey, sorry if you mentioned this earlier, but just jumped on. What events are you headed out to this summer? Carlisle again? Any others? What would you take? I would like to make it to Carlisle. I haven't signed up for that. I feel like I still have a couple months or so. Carlisle's in July, I believe. If I had my way, I know a lot of people want to see a certain progression. If I had my way with that, I would hellcat swap the Ram, the two-door Ram, like now, and that truck has a trailer hitch on it, and then I would either rent a U-Haul trailer like we did with SRT10, or I would buy my own open deck trailer, and I would haul the Hellcoda to Carlisle with the Hellcat single cab Ram, and I would bring both to Carlisle. That would be my ultimate plan, but I know everybody wants to see me do a bunch of stuff to the 5.7 in the two-door Hemi, so I don't think it's not going to make sense to drag, just a 5.7 Hemi two-door truck all the way to Carlisle. So, I don't know. With that being said, probably if I go to Carlisle, it would just be with the Hellcat or, the Hellcoda. Maybe just trailer it up with the Eco Diesel. But yeah, like I said, if I had my way, I would probably go up there with the two-door Ram, towing the Hellcoda, but I don't think that we're going to have it swapped by then because everybody wants to do a bunch of 5.7 stuff first before we swap it. So probably the Ram will get Hellcat swapped this summer, I would say. It's probably realistically when it'll happen. We'll do a bunch of 5.7 stuff for a couple months and then yank the 5.7 and put the Hellcat in there. And should be, midsummer, it'll be Hellcat swapped, I would imagine. But that's based on your guys' feedback. I really wanted to just Hellcat swap it right off the get-go, but I know a bunch of people want to see 5.7 mods before we yank the Hellcat motor, so that's what we're sticking with. Let's see. Oh, as far as other events, you can see on my shirt, MOPAR. Definitely will be a MOPAR in September, and given that MOPAR is in September, if I stick to my kind of rough timeline of having the Ram Hellcat swapped in the summer, that means that I'll be at MOPAR with the Hellcat swapped Ram and the Hellcat swapped Dakota. So if you guys are near MOPAR in Bowling Green, Kentucky, I highly suggest coming up to that event because I'll definitely be there regardless. But if we stick to our timeline, I should be there with the Hellcat swapped Ram and Hellcat swapped Dakota as well. And last year, I didn't really get to participate in the quarter mile stuff, but I'm thinking this year I should at least have something that I can go down the quarter mile with and have some fun with. So last year I only got to do the burnout competition with the Dakota. So either way, I'll be there and I'll have something to actually do some of the events with, which will be fun. Have you had a lot of problems with exhaust manifold bolts breaking in your Hemis? No, I haven't. So I have videos on that. If you do have the issue, it's not terrible to do. It usually happens somewhere around like 80 to 100,000 miles. So if you catch it before, you can change the bolts before they snap. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of just like clockwork. Usually the ones that are towards the back cylinders, the last two, those will usually let go first around like 80, I want to say 80 to 100,000 miles. But like our blue Ram, our single cab with 5.7 Hemi, it doesn't have an exhaust leak, and that thing has like 49,000, almost 50,000 miles on it. So it's still below my 80 to 100,000 figure that I just gave you, but we'll end up doing some other stuff before that happens. Ben says, John a baby, lol, but in all fairness, it's jokes. He seems like a great guy to hang out with. Hope Florida treats you well, and you deserve it. Can't wait to see the Hell Ram get started. Thank you, sir. Yeah, no, John's a good dude for sure. We just, we gotta give him a hard time, right? It's just how it goes. Riptide says, agreed. It's all about getting reelected. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think, I'd be surprised. See, a lot of stuff doesn't matter like who it is, and I'm not political, but when it starts like, I've never been political, honestly. I'm not saying that, I vote one way or another, but I feel like everybody's become more aware of politics because I feel like more than ever, like, politics have been like really changing, just affecting everybody in general, just their ability to live, right? Like, it wasn't like, I'm just going back to like, for example, like, I don't know, like 1998. I wasn't even living in the US, but let's just hear me out. 98, there was like Bill Clinton, who was, not a Republican, as far as I know, I don't know. But I just feel like America was America and it was whatever. Nobody really cared, like, whatever about him. But now it's like, you know, like depending on who's in power or whatever, like the price of fuel could go to the roof. You know, they could lock us down. Like nobody's allowed to leave. There's a curfew. Like it's just like something out of a sci-fi movie these days. So like, you know, some states you're allowed to, you know, live freely. Other states there's literally curfews. You can't go out. You can't go here. You can't do this. The gyms are closed. Like it's crazy. So yeah, like I said, I'm not political, but when you can't go to the gym, you can't go to restaurants, can't go to this, can't go to that, then I guess I do become more aware of politics, right? So yeah, I just feel like before it was like you could be, you know, one party or the other. They weren't that different, but now it's like if you're over here, it's like, you know, just complete madness, and if you're over here, everybody hates you and thinks you're racist. It's just it's just strange times we live in. Let's see, burn through some of these comments. Most things have a long lead time. I agree. It's a Dodge thing, $600 for wiring. I know, right? Jonathan with his Impala again. Let's see. I think I answered some of these questions already. Let's see. I'm laughing at some of the comments. I'm trying to go in order here, but I'm laughing at some of the stuff that's coming through on just what I'm saying at the moment here. Let's see. I think I got to most of the questions here. Yeah, let me just rip through. Matt says I had to spend almost $500 counting the iData link box and the aftermarket bezel for my 18 F-150, another $200 for my Pioneer double did. I had to program the data link to get it to work. Spicy nuggets! Heck yeah, let's go. I'm trying to be more health conscious, you guys. I'm trying. I let my diet slide when I was like traveling and all that stuff. I mean, I didn't have a choice. I was having to eat out and live in hotel rooms for a while, so now it's finally nice to have a kitchen to make my own meals in again. So we have to put a pause on the spicy nuggets. We'll take a break from the nuggies until until I'm back on the road with MOPAR and go into some of these car events. I'm eating healthy again. Yeah, I hear you though, Matt. There's definitely some pricey stuff out there. I just think like, I don't know, like, I don't even want to comment on it, but I just think from like a business perspective, if you make it just even a little bit more reasonable, like I'm not saying it has to be like cheap to the person who's not making money, but I think like if the person made that harness a little bit more affordable, I think, and I'm not even saying by law, like if they drop their price maybe $50 to $100, I guarantee you they still have a ton of margin in that thing. Like I said, I can't see that harness costing more than $50 to make. But if they had a little bit less of a margin, there would be way more people that would tackle this mod. And not saying that, you know, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I'm saying that if I make this video showing how to do 8.4, the harness is maybe a couple $100 or something like that, there would be way more people buying the harness, I feel like, than trying to sell a harness for almost $400 or whatever the heck it is, $300 something dollars. But hey, that's just me. That's not my business. Kind of my business. Not my business. But in the business, if you know what I mean. Everybody's talking about chicken nuggies. I'm making a shirt. You guys are, I can't even, can I even open this? No, I can't even show you. I was working on a shirt for you guys. I was working on the McDodge's shirt. I started again on it. I had a McDodge's shirt made, and I literally closed the file by accident. So Ray sent in the $4.99 for the 6-piece nuggies. I don't know how this joke became so like common on my channel, but I like it. Let's roll with it. Chicken nuggies. So Ray says sending this for the 4-piece spicy nuggies. Get you some. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat. How much is this? Let's see. How much is a 4-piece? 4 pieces, $5? No, we're gonna look this up. Ready? Let's look up how much are chicken nuggies. How much is a 6-piece chicken nuggies? Oh, they don't like it when I say it like that. Let's see. Menu and the price. Let's see if $4.99 can cover it. Chicken sandwich. Spicy chicken deluxe. No. Here we go. No. 10-piece chicken nuggets, only $5? No, this price is off. 20-piece chicken nuggies, $9.50? Hold on. 4-piece chicken nuggies, $2.40. Alright, Ray. Ray, you got us covered. So we can almost get 2 4-piece chicken nuggies. We're good to go. Good to go. With Ray's $5, we can get 8 chicken nuggies. Let's see. Let's see what other comments you guys have. I swear these lives get crazy. Let's see. Yo, John, what's up? First time getting on the live. Your new place looks sick. Thanks, man. I'm still getting it set up for sure, but yeah, I'm definitely liking it. So appreciate you guys supporting. Appreciate you guys, you know, just everything, right? Like, you guys are making the channel. You guys are making this all possible. I won't say that I'm, like, you know, killing it, making a fortune over here, but I'm able to, you know, cover my bills and stuff and just keep trucking along here. So I'll keep producing the comment as long as you guys keep supporting and giving the thumbs ups. And, you know, keep the chicken nuggies rolling. We'll be all set. Let's see. Some of you guys are dying. You guys are killing me with the comments over here. Matt says, "Trust me, I said a few choice words on the bezel. I was like, God damn it, you got the gift." Reaver says, "I don't have or use Marketplace. Where else do you find good deals on parts?" Usually OfferUp. OfferUp can find some good deals. Yeah, I would say OfferUp or Marketplace, but I mean, if you're like one of those, not saying whatever, but like if you're one of those people that's like, you know, kind of paranoid on being on Facebook and stuff, honestly, just, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, just make an account. Just, you know, put a picture, keep it McDonald's theme, put a picture of Ronald McDonald and literally make your name on Facebook Ronald McDonald and just, just go on Facebook Marketplace and shop for stuff. Because I don't know what else to tell you. Facebook Marketplace and, you know, OfferUp. Those are going to be your 2 best options for finding good deals. So just make a Facebook, let's see, let's go back. Let's see here. Let's see if you can find Ronald McDonald on Facebook. Since we're doing a bunch of crazy stuff there. Facebook, Ronald McDonald. Why is he putting house? I don't want to see house. Get rid of house. Look. I guarantee you Ronald McDonald is on here. Aw, it's the charities. He's got to be on here. I bet you that fool's on here. Let me find him. Anyways, just make yourself a Facebook profile with this guy right here. You take this picture. Make a Facebook profile. And then you can search Marketplace. You'll be all set. Can you imagine you're selling something on Facebook Marketplace and you got you got Reaver over here. He pops up with that crazy ass, like, crazy clown face. I don't know what else to tell you. Just literally do that. You'd be good to go. And just like, instead of offering money, just offer like 6-piece chicken nuggies, or something really expensive, offer like a 20-piece. No, I bet you the person would probably give you a deal. They'd probably just start busting up laughing and be like, "You made me laugh. I'll give you a better price on this, you know, MOPAR headlight or whatever you're looking for." Let's see. Will Maddock, what's up, Will? Will made the live. What's up, John? Matt says, I think you should keep the Hellcoda for massive burnout and donuts. It's a MOPAR every day, just saying. Yeah, I definitely could. I was thinking about that too. Like, I want to do a way better burnout at MOPAR for sure. Only thing is, I feel like at MOPAR, or like, not just MOPAR, but like those burnout events, I feel like the winners of those things, they always end up like breaking something or blowing up. Like, I feel like that's like what the crowd wants to see. So I don't want either one of those things to happen. I'm totally down to like completely roast the tires until like chunks fly off them, but everybody's also seen like where like the tire explodes and like tears the whole fender off of something. I don't necessarily want to do that, because with me just being a one-man show over here, that would be like way more work than I can handle right now, but we'll see. I'll definitely do a burnout again. I'm down. I just don't really want to like explode my bed sides or something off my truck. It just seems like a headache that I don't feel like dealing with. But who knows? We'll see. I got a few months to think about it. Matt also says, time to take it back before the Great Reset. It's all about control, greed, and keep us poor. Yeah, there's so much weird stuff going on. Like, I don't even have kids, obviously. Well, I don't know if you guys know that, but I don't have kids. But like, I just feel like some of the stuff they're trying to teach some of these kids is just crazy too. And I don't know. I don't think you even have to be into politics to really agree on some of the stuff. Like, I don't know. Just seems weird. Some of the stuff they're trying to like teach kids, or put in kids' heads at a young age, it just seems sick to me. And like I said, I'm not even part of that discussion because I don't have kids. But it's almost like, I almost feel like it would be scary to have kids these days. Not knowing what somebody's teaching them or putting in their head, or I don't know. Some of these people are just weird to begin with. I feel like, I don't know. But anyways, totally off subject. Let's get back to the chicken nuggets. That's more exciting. +1 on chicken nuggies, hot enough to make you sweat. What's the best mods you can do at a 5.7 of Rams? Jose, so we're gonna be covering that, and that's part of the series that we're doing on the blue single cab. So if you're not aware, we've got a blue single cab Ram with a 5.7 Hemi with the 8-speed. We're gonna hellcat swap it, but before we hellcat swap it, everybody wants to see a bunch of mods, their effectiveness, how much different they make, in the quarter mile, all that stuff. So we're going to be doing that for you guys first. So stay tuned to the channel. All that content's coming. We already set the baseline number for the truck. We set bone stock with stock 22s. We went 13.8 in the quarter, which I think we surprised myself along with a bunch of other people. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. So we're going to be doing, we actually already have an intake on it. So we got the Flowmaster Delta Force intake on there. We got the Flowmaster bolt-in exhaust, the Flow Effects exhaust on there. We also have the tuner on there, the Diablo Sport handheld tuner. So we've got those things. And what I'm going to do when we go to the track, or back to the track, at least what I want to do for you guys is literally just, we already got a baseline number. I want to have the intake on there and the exhaust and just do a pass like that and see what kind of numbers we run. And then I want to put the canned tune on, and then we're going to do a custom tune. After that, we'll be doing a 6.4 truck intake manifold. So we'll be doing that mod. We will also be doing headers and stuff like that, and a more true exhaust. See what difference that makes. So we'll be doing all that stuff before we end up hellcat swapping it. So that way you guys will have an idea of, hey, this is, and like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want my channel to be like a straight shooter, hey, go check out John's channel. He shows, what difference an intake makes, or an exhaust makes, or a canned tune, or the 6.4 intake. Like, that way you can follow along, and we'll see, hey, does this make a difference? Was it a waste of money? Whatever it is, it is. I'm not going to alter the videos, so that way everybody kind of knows. I don't know, that's the way I like to do it, at least. But back to the chicken nuggies. Let's see. Ray says, let's go. Yeah, man, paying the bills with YouTube, can't beat that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not balling out of control over here by any means. Like, I'm just covering my bills at the moment. But I don't know. I feel like there's something to, something coming out of this. The channel really grew with the Dakota, and I feel like that kind of put us on the map. You know, some YouTubers have it easy. They put out a few videos and all of a sudden their YouTube channel goes to the moon. Me on the other hand, I don't have it that way, but I think most of the people that have been with the channel, they see me grinding, they see the work I'm putting in. I feel like our day will come. Like I said, I don't have any magic, secret sauce, or I don't have McDonald's secret sauce or anything on how to get this thing to just go to the moon all of a sudden, but I feel like we got a good thing going here. Maybe the MOPAR crowd isn't as big, or maybe it is. Maybe it's just the fact that we don't have a Charger or Challenger on the channel, that the channel's not as popular as it could be. But those are things I want to introduce, pretty soon here too. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I have a positive outlook on it. I think this channel has a lot of potential. We have pretty much like all the, we got a bunch of crazy MOPARs on here. Maybe not the most popular ones, but I think we got a lot of cool stuff going on. So I think it's only a matter of time before this channel really starts taking off. And I'm just waiting for it. So we'll see what happens. I think good things are coming. I have a good feeling for this year, honestly, with having this set up, having the hellcat stuff going on, like the hellcat swap stuff. I have a good feeling. That's all I can say. I can't predict the future, but I don't think we're doing anything wrong that could, hurt the channel. So let's see. Paint gun with the laughing emoji, Reaver, creepy crowd, that always works. Dude, do it. I'm telling you, start that Facebook account. Just call yourself Chicken Nuggies. First name Chicken, last name Nuggies. That says the Sync 3 is for my truck. We used like $1,200, $500. Damn, I don't know much about Ford stuff, but that sounds expensive. Reaver says I have nuggets. Get in the band. McDodges for the win. Damn, you guys are going live in the chat right now. I'm bringing a bad video camera this time to the MOPAR event. I'll get a way better video of the Dakota burnout. Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. Matt says you don't have any kids I know of. Nope, not that I know of. Best mod, chicken nugget holder. I seriously don't know how this became such a funny joke on my channel, but I'm rolling with it. Demon says the coating on the chicken nuggies from the first time they were out of a couple years ago to today, does anybody think it's changed? The crispiness of the chicken nuggies has changed? I feel like you might be right. I feel like it used to be like more breaded and now it's more crunchy. I think you're onto something, Demon. I think you're onto something with the chicken nuggies. Hey bro, would you give me some estimates and how you get your Hellcat engines, and are they used and new? There's no secrets there. So the ones that I get are usually from salvage yards, so they're legit. I wouldn't advise purchasing them any other way because I don't think I have to explain too much there. There's a lot of Hellcats that go missing, so I mean, hey, if that's your thing, all the power to you, but I like to do things legit around here. So I ended up finding my stuff through LKQ and through some of the salvage yards. So if you guys follow like the beginning of the Dakota build, you'll see like the salvage yard that we go to. We pick up, we see the salvage car, it's all crashed, and then, make the deal with the salvage yard and, obviously buy the parts and bring them home. So that was the beginning of the Dakota series. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. I don't have any connections or links to certain salvage yards. I purchase from any of them that have a good deal and have what we need. So I don't have any preferred link or sponsors from a salvage yard. It'd be cool if I did, but don't have any connections that way. Like I said, just shop your local. I would say try to shop your local salvage yards, because at least you can go pick it up. If you try to buy from one across the country, you don't know what you're getting. You're gonna have to pay shipping, freight, which is expensive right now with the cost of fuel. To your boy Joe Byron, it's gonna cost you a lot to ship it across the country with your boy Joe Byron. Let's see. Reaver, everyone's talking about chicken nuggies in the comments. Tastes sweeter than a few years ago. I'm balling on a moon pie budget, 5 for $1. You have definitely grown a lot on here in the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, like I said, some YouTubers, they'll make 1 or 2 videos and all of a sudden the channel just takes off. But I think with us doing the Hellcoda thing, it put us way more on the map, and I'm thankful for that. I think having that and then having the combination with the Hellcat Ram, I think having those two, if I can get the channel to generate a little bit more, I would like to get or sneak myself into a Hellcat Challenger, and having like, you know, those three, it'd be a pretty cool combo on the channel. So that's the goal for this year, is to wrap up the Hellcat Ram, or not wrap it up, but get the Hellcat Ram going, be able to sneak myself into a Hellcat Challenger, and do a bunch of cool Hellcat things on the channel, and see where that takes us. Eric says, I'm excited about the new RAM project, and nobody's doing a test on different mods to show gains. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's the best bang for your buck. Yeah, like I can pretty much, I can guesstimate what's going to be the better mods, but like I was explaining on last week's live, like some people don't want to void their warranties or risk voiding their warranties. So there's that crowd, right? So there's the guys that might want to just bolt on an intake, an exhaust, and not mess with the computer, which that's perfectly fine. So we're gonna show those types of mods, and then there's people that want to do a full, you know, they want to do the tune. So we'll show the difference with a canned tune, or you know, a compliant tune, and see what the difference is. And then we'll go from mild to wild and see where we are. And I'm sure there's gonna be all sorts of different people that are gonna fit into, you know, different categories. Everybody's gonna have their different reasons for why they want to do this or that or the other thing. And hopefully I can document, document the advantages or disadvantages to each one. Demon says, thanks, bro. There's a Hellcat Challengers and Chargers missing right out of storage lot in Detroit. Yeah. Unfortunately, there is. And I don't know. I've seen some crazy stuff going on. Like, I've seen on YouTube, like, channels, like, and like I said, not gonna name names, but I've seen channels where, like, literally, like, brand new Hellcat parts are showing up, and they're buying, like, V6 Chargers and Challengers or base models, and literally, like, stripping the V6 model, and they're turning a V6, you know, probably like a clean title V6 car, into a full-blown Red Eye or a Hellcat or whatever it may be. Like, I'm talking like the seats are showing up with the tags still on the headrests, like full interior, the dash, the steering wheel, the seats, the headliner, the back seats, every single panel. You know, they're showing up with the engine, the drivetrain, the front radiator support, the front bumpers, the back bumpers, like the full exhaust. Like, it's like, okay, well, if that came from a wrecked car, how did they get, like, was it hitting the front, was it hitting the back, why is there just parts, and why is the tag on all these parts? And if it was from a wrecked car, how come the airbags weren't deployed? Like, it's just, there's so many questions going on in my head when I see some of that stuff. So I feel for you guys that are out in the Detroit area. Like, I know that's like, it's real bad, I've heard, out there for vehicles going missing. Which I was actually going to go out to, what the heck was that place, that thing again? Roadkill Nights. And I was almost paranoid out there, or not, I didn't go, but I was almost paranoid about bringing my stuff out there just for, you know, stuff going missing. It's just, I know, or I've heard that it's a big issue out there, unfortunately. Hellcoda versus Lil D. Clay's DAC would be a good crossover, like he did before. Enjoyed that for sure. Yeah, I mean, he's Clay's still getting his truck running. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I talked to Clay behind the scenes, so I kind of see different things. And I know Clay's super busy with his racing season right now, but yeah, I don't know if he's posted yet. But yeah, that thing should be running soon. If you guys haven't already seen it. I don't know. I'm going to follow up on Clay's stuff, but yeah, no, it'd be cool to meet up with Clay again for sure. I mean, he's a little bit far from me. He's over in Memphis, so maybe, I think last year MOPAR overlapped with part of his season, I believe, but it'd be cool if we can tee up with him at an event. I think he's trying to make the Hot Rod Power Tour, which I believe is next month or this month coming up. It'd be cool if I had something to go and compete at that with, but I don't know if I don't have anything that's fast enough, I feel like, to go to that. So, I mean, the Dakota would be, but that thing's, as you know, for the reasons we've already discussed, it's not ready to do that. The Hellcat swapped RAM would be, I think, cool to bring to that, but that's not done yet, and I can't get that done because we gotta do all the 5.7 mods that you guys want to see first. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's see, chicken nuggies. Pablo says, yeah, bro, honestly, I'm kind of iffy on the 5.7 in my 4th gen RT, either spending a lot on modifying the 5.7 or just doing Hellcat. Well, those are two completely different things. Like, spending some money on your 5.7 is one thing, but doing a Hellcat swap is a whole other animal. Like, there's so much more to just swapping it than that. There's different cooling systems. You have to run a supercharger cooler. You got to run the pump for the supercharger cooler. Which, of course, I'm going to share with you guys that process, but it's way more involved than just throwing that engine in there for sure. So it would definitely be cheaper and easier to mod your 5.7. And again, it depends what your goals are. But yeah, I'm excited, honestly, to get underway on that for sure. Pablo says, I mean, how can they tell if it's a stolen engine? Usually, so there's like VIN numbers and stuff on it, right? So there's the VIN number that's gonna be stamped on the block. If it's shaved off, it's probably a pretty good indication that the engine's hot. But yeah, I mean, you can usually tell, right? Based on the price, you know, are you buying it out of some guy's garage or are you buying it from a salvage yard that's pulling it out of a salvage vehicle and they're giving you a bill of sale with it, right? Like, it's not rocket science to figure out what you're buying or what you're getting. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it just depends what you guys want to do. Let's see. Matt says he's right down the road from me, and Boosted Motorsports was 10 minutes from me. Dude, I pulled an all-nighter driving out to Memphis to go hang out with Clay. I was like a zombie by the time I got there. Demon says, damn us people and YouTube and are so demanding. We want this, we want that. I know, right? Damn. I just wanted a few chicken nuggies, and this is what we ended up with. Bird crapped on the roof. Car was totaled, and so they parted it out. I know, right? Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. Again, going back to the vehicles going missing in Detroit. Matt says, I seen a base model Charger with the ugly grill for the V6, and he had a Hellcat engine in it. And when I walked towards him at the gas station, he closed the hood quick and drove off. That wasn't shady. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that everybody's doing that, but I'm just saying it's definitely out there, right? Like, and I like I said, I've seen YouTube videos of people doing that stuff. Literally, they're base model vehicles are getting Hellcat and red eye swapped and full interior and full everything. And I don't know. Not saying like there's no proof that that's what's going on, but it definitely kind of seems a little odd, if you know what I mean. Other thing too, I mentioned last week in on the live. I don't know, like I said, I'm not a big gamer by any means, but I do throw down on some Grand Theft Auto on PS4. So if anybody happens to play that game, I know I have a few buddies that actually follow the channel that I actually game with once in a while. I don't play that often. I'll probably say like maybe once or twice a week I'll jump on Grand Theft Auto, GTA 5, and go have some fun. So if you happen to be on PS4 or PlayStation Online, you can add me. I'm cool with that. It's I posted my screen name for PlayStation, but I'll put it here again in case there's anybody that plays. It's Boosted Motorsports, but I couldn't fit all the characters. So Boosted Motor SPTS. Yeah, that's what it is. So let me just put this PlayStation username. What the heck did it change to Senate? PlayStation username. Alright, so there's my PlayStation username. Like I said, I figured I'd throw that out there because right now I'm probably going to go have some downtime and probably throw down on some Grand Theft Auto or even Rocket League. I know there's a lot of older people that follow this, but nothing I'm like you know, I'm like mid-30s and it's still fun to play. So if you haven't played Rocket League or Grand Theft Auto 5, like if you're a car guy, I think you would like either one. They're both car games. One's playing soccer with cars, which sounds stupid, but it's hilarious and actually really addicting. And the other one, Grand Theft Auto, I'm sure everybody pretty knows what Grand Theft Auto is. So that game's fun as hell. So I'll be playing those. I'm probably gonna hop on after this. It's just a little bit of downtime and stress relieving after a week of working and dealing with all sorts of stuff. But yeah, if you guys want to add me, feel free. Like I said, Boosted Motorsports, but it's spelled SPTS. I wasn't able to fit the O or the R on the username. So if you want, add me. I'll be playing on Grand Theft Auto probably a little bit later, or maybe Rocket League. Either way, add me and it'll show you what I'm playing. Let's see. You should get an Xbox or a gaming PC and buy Forza. I think I think you can get Forza on PlayStation, right? At some point I gotta upgrade my system because the PS4, like PS4 was cool last year, but I feel like almost like with the iPhones and stuff, like I feel like when a new one comes out, once they start releasing them, I feel like they make the old one slow because my PS4 turned into an absolute like turd. So I think at some point, not that I even play it that much, but just to even be able to enjoy it, I feel like I have to get a friggin' PS5 at some point. Let's see. Pablo says, yeah, I've seen some dealership videos where they take the Hellcats from the lots and they end up without engines, pretty much gutted, abandoned on a street. I think that's going on in Detroit. It seems like a big thing. Paula says you can't get Forza on PlayStation. I don't know, like I'm not like a huge gamer, but at the same, I'm like the type of person that like I want to pick up a game and I can like enjoy, like I can have fun with it without having to learn it. Like all the Call of Duties and the Warzone and all that stuff, like it's just too complicated. There's people that spend like literally like 4 hours on it every day, and I get smoked by a little like 10-year-old kid. Like that game's not fun for me because people are just too good at it. But something like Rocket League where I can literally like to jump and boost and like there's like 3 buttons to it, or you know Grand Theft Auto where I can run around and you know just have some fun. I'm not the best at Grand Theft Auto, but at least I can kind of play it. But some of those like Call of Duties and Warzone, like I can't even play the game just because I literally I'll take 2 steps and I get smoked by somebody. So yeah, I'll stick to my basic games. I don't know if Forza. I feel like Forza is gonna be too crazy, but you never know. But yeah, I have PS4 for now at least. Who knows? It might change in the future, but right now PS4. So if you want to add me, I put in the chat what my PS4 username is. Let's see. But yeah, I think we can wrap it up. We'll be going for an hour and a half on the live. I think that's pretty sufficient. Like I said, I'm gonna go play some Grand Theft Auto probably. If you want to join me over there, we can start a party over there and go steal some cars and run around and run some missions. If you're down, add me to PS4 and we'll continue over there. But as far as this weekend, tomorrow, like I said, check out the video that I posted today. I know I posted a video and went live today, so I know a lot of people haven't gotten a chance to check out the video. I update everything on the channel, what we're doing with all the vehicles, where we're at with all the vehicles, the projects. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to get the fitment on that fender on the Viper sorted out. And then me and my buddy Aaron should be painting that early this week, and then the Viper should be pretty much done this week, which would be nice. Go out and enjoy the Viper, and that thing's kind of done for now. And then as far as other stuff, I should be getting, I also show you guys that I'm getting the Inez or Inez, however you pronounce it, cut relocation brackets for the Ram, so it'll put the rear axle back into correct geometry, and I can get the built axle into the blue Ram so that it actually has a Detroit True Track in it and we get full traction. So I'm getting that. So the axle will be going into the Ram this week, so we got that. That should be happening early this week. What else? This week I'm also going to work on lining up some racing shocks for the Ram 1500, so I want to get that sorted out. And also a drive shaft for the Ram 1500. Once I get those, then we pretty much have the green light to be able to go to the track. So a bunch of cool stuff on the way. Those are the videos that are coming up, but again, check out that video. I can go into more detail on what we're doing and expecting. So Hope everyone has a great weekend. I don't know, we'll see tomorrow. Maybe I'll do another live stream tomorrow in the shop instead, but see how it goes, see how my day goes, and if I have time. But if not, have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for joining, and thanks to everybody that contributed to tonight's video and live, and those who contributed to the Chicken Nuggies Foundation. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good weekend.